I get to start today with a 0 weight gain or loss. First time. Yeah. Oh yeah, and happy Independence Day.
Ugh. It's not even 8 o'clock and it's already sweaty out here. How gross. Well, of course, when I was a kid and a teenager, I loved fireworks. I loved explosions. I loved setting them off. Lots of fun. Then I got a little older. Became a young adult. Had a kid. Kind of like fireworks, I brought her out and had her outside. And we set off some fireworks. I was a good distance away from her, but set them off and it kind of went haywire and went back towards her and it freaked me out a little. And I'm like, okay. Did another one and it did exactly the same thing. And I'm like, forget it, I'm done. I haven't bought fireworks since. It was over almost 13 years ago was the last time I bought and shot off fireworks. I've become content with, going and watching fireworks displays. I really grew to despise fireworks about 9 years ago when my house got flooded because of water seepage or backup from the gutters. Well, when I went up to the gutters to find out what backed it up, it was bottle rockets and sky rockets that had clogged up my downspouts. So I've grown tired of picking up other people's explosive mess from my house. So I've kind of come to despise the freedom to detonate a portion of your country in your own backyard on 4th of July. I mean, I'm all for, exercising your freedoms, but I'm also a person who's become of the opinion that exercising your freedoms should not mean impeding someone else's freedoms in any way, shape, or form at any time. Matter of fact, if you exercising your freedoms causes you to impede someone else's, then you're not celebrating your freedoms. Think about it. I don't think that's what our founding fathers had in mind. Or the first 4th of July, that's what they had in mind, is that we just start littering up everybody else's property with our garbage and endangering ourselves. I don't think that's what they wanted. Somebody's got the queue going early this morning, and it smells good. Since I don't have Balthazar with me this morning and nobody else, and it's 4th of July, so it's pretty much, I don't have any errands to run or do anything. I'm trying to see how quickly I can walk my route, because normally walk it in about 2 hours. It's a little over 4.5 miles. And I'm trying to see if I can crank the speed up on myself without actually running. See if I can get it done faster than that. I hope so. If it would, and I'll try and go for walks more often without Balthazar and just do a nice quick walk. I was watching a video from somebody who has attended VidCon, and the guy's walking around. He's basically introducing all these YouTube, celebrities. And I began to think to myself, what would these people be doing if it wasn't for YouTube? Would they have made their way into the arena of the media where they would have still been popular? I mean, some of them I recognize rather easily, some of them only from thumbnails, but I did recognize almost all of them. And I begin to wonder, would these people have obtained this level had it not been for the internet and YouTube, or if YouTube hadn't come along? Now, I'm not ripping on any of them, I'm just asking the question, I'm just postulating, because it just occurred to me. The internet takes and seems to have made it easy for people to become celebrities nowadays. But then again, lost that train of thought. Was standing at the station busy talking to my hand, and that train went right by. Need to get some friends together because I'm suddenly in the mood to go dungeoning. Really wish we could live somewhere where sweat functions properly instead of just pools up on your skin and sits there and feels gross. Don't get me wrong. I believe veterans all require memorials. Any veteran who's died in any conflict, serving his or her country, deserves a memorial. But I do not believe that memorials should rate higher in park maintenance than things like, oh, I don't know, swing sets, playgrounds, and water fountains. Because those things will serve the public much greater than something everybody's going to stare around and look at 2 days out of the year. And then I realized I'm just being a grumpy Gus again, being negative about everything, and haven't thought of anything positive to say in a while. And I like the fact that I'm losing weight. I like the sound of children's laughter. Boy, that sounds cliche, doesn't it? I like owning a home. I like the fact that my wife makes enough money that I don't have to work for a living, that I can stay home. I like my son's curiosity. I love my daughter's enthusiasm for reading. I like that Balthazar likes dragging his hands along fences and posts as we go past them. Wait till I show him how to do it with a stick. I like the touch of my wife's hand on my skin. I like it when the family gets together and we just sit around and BS about nothing. I like owning a home and a pool. I like blue skies. And I like big butts and a cat. Oh, shouldn't go there, should I? Alright, I've hit the back of my loop, and according to the clock tower back there, I did the front half of the loop in 35 minutes. So I've got less than half an hour to make it home from here. It's the other 2.5 miles of my trip. See if I can do it. I'm a ninja! Okay, that was tasteless. You know, without hair, I kind of forget how tight that headband's supposed to be. And I over-tightened it. Kind of made me lightheaded. Oh, now I'm woozy. The ironic part about 4th of July is if you get up early on 4th of July morning, you don't hear any explosions, you don't hear bottle rockets, you don't hear firecrackers. That's because all the drunken individuals that do that are still asleep from when they were doing it the night before. Well, I assume they're drunken individuals. I could be wrong. They could just be still asleep because they stayed up all night exploding fireworks next door to my house. I'm not saying anything about my neighbors. I'm just saying people in general. When I say my house, I mean my neighborhood. I'm not trying to offend anybody. Hopefully that sounded right. I said stick. S-T-I-C-K. You sicko. I used to work over to school. And there was a group of moms who had gotten together and decided to start working out together and do that whole, world's biggest loser challenge type of thing. And of course they got into it and they were doing it and they were all losing weight. And then they'd sit around and they'd talk about how much weight they've lost and everybody would be complimenting them and I was constantly struggling. And I just used to get, stupidly, I'd get mad at them. And now I wasn't mad at them personally. I was just mad over the fact that here they were losing weight. They were losing weight because they had a support group of some kind, which made it easy for them to go out there and do it. And while I was trying it, it was just me. No support group, nothing. And I just had a thought. This has been working, not just because I've been getting on it, because I was on it before when I tried and it wasn't working as well. But somehow I think that sitting here talking to my hand, this kind of is my support group, because I get to look at myself every day and report as to what I'm doing. And I think that qualifies as my support group. At least I hope it does. At least I'd like to think that this is why this is working. And hopefully a year from now, it'll still be working. So yeah, if I'm not pushing a stroller, I can do that in under an hour, which means I'm maintaining about a 4 to 4.5 mile an hour walk. Whew. Now I'm hot and I'm thirsty, so I'm gonna go inside and sit in front of a fan. Yeah, and hopefully I don't pass out.
Grand Old 4th celebration. We're at the park eating corn on the cob and staking out a spot in the hot sun to wait 4.5 hours to watch fireworks in a hot night. But, you know, we had corn on the cob, and now we're going to have pulled pork and sloppy joes.
On the cob.
On the cob.